4:30 in the morning. Leaving off on a road trip. You up this morning? All right, we're rolling down. We're up I-55, headed north. We're about 50 miles from a sale site in Sikeston. Talk a little bit about what we have in mind, what we're going to buy if the price is right. Looking for probably about a 680, maybe a 670, maybe a 690, something less than 1,000 separator hours. Check back in when we get there.
Supposedly Kevin DeWitt, since Jeff died, Kevin DeWitt is the one that puts the bottom on all the prices, and he'll.
That right there, we're gonna need the tractor to have.
He's got first dibs on the.
Yes, we got to listen to many good old stories. We'll let you hear a few more, but we came here to check the combines out. They've got quite a few, all kinds, and we'll take a look around, show you guys some, see what they've got. And that's not even half of them. Real nice setup these guys got up here. It's the DeWitt Auction Company out of Sikeston, Missouri. They've got this lot and one across the road. 1 690, 2 680s.
We might try to get to it at the end of this week. It'll take us most of this week to finish up what we're doing. Kind of come by.
There's about, I would say, 150 combines. I can look at the brochure and see, but there ended up being a lot more equipment than only combines here. We thought there was only going to be harvest equipment, headers, combines, and grain buggies. There's a lot more than that.
Supposed to been cutting the beans, and he wasn't going to be able to get to them or something. We finally figured out on over late in the year, and I got through picking cotton. Mr. Jackson had 2 combines up there that the McKnights he traded in. Went up there and said something to him about it. Yes, they pick out the one you want out there and take it on with you. $2,500. So you can imagine what it was. We got there and cut beans with it a day or two, and the shaft and the injector pump broke and messed up something else. It's going to cost about $2,000 to fix it. So I decided I wasn't going to fix it. We'll bring it to it. Went up there and asked Mr. Jackson. Told him what happened, and asked him about the other combine. He said, yeah. And I said, how much you want for it? He said, well, ain't you done bought it? And I said, no, I bought one of them. He said, you give me $2,500, didn't you? And I said, yes. He said, oh, that's for both of them. He said, take it home. Take it home.
All right, we're going to get out and look. This one is a 680. It looks to be fairly clean. It's been in beans last. Decent looking concave and shaker pans and all that stuff. All the wires and hydraulics look good. Of course, you gotta check a lot of stuff. About 1,032 hours from the last. I think it's like 1,050 hours is what it was. The separator hours on it right now. I'll look at a few more.
This appears to be on a farm instead of a dealer. Might not being cleaned up real good.
Yeah. Got a little hydraulic oil in it. It's not overfull by any means. Found a screwdriver. It's free. They just put the hydraulic oil in there. Hope they didn't put it right there. Okay, this is a S670 with 741 hours, 2013 model. This one is a S680 with about 1,024 hours. Both of them are should be in our price range. We know they'll bring well over 100. Got to check the belts out and look at all the chains. We looked at, I don't know, maybe a dozen or more different combines. The rice, as you can see there, not exactly what you want to see. Not for a combine. I'm sure they're manageable, but this 680 right here had been in rice, so had quite a few of them. There's a 690. That's like a 534 horsepower machine. Very big machine. Maybe a little bit overkill for what we got. A little wear on the belts right there. Keep on looking. The rust right there is mainly the grain tank had been closed and it had rained in it, and the water just sitting in that grain tank had caused a rust to drip down. And there's another machine. It's definitely been in rice, and yeah, see that big wad of rice husk, rice stubble. It's a no for me, dog. I like the tires. I like the big dual float tires. They got a little wear on them. Rice. Real good, clean looking 670. I think that's 1,015 hours. A new throat chain, new looking belt, good looking float tires. They even got a new piece on the concave right here. Everything, not a lot of wear on the auger, a little bit. Everything looks pretty good in this one. Seems that a lot of the 670s, and we like the spreaders here in the back, or, you know, instead of the choppers are a little bit prone, especially in greener stalks, earlier beans, they're a little bit more prone to plug up, and that's not good at all. Not as big a fan as at the top of this grain tank. This 670 seems to be one of the cleaner machines, and kind of what we're looking for as far as hours. It's a little higher hours than we want, but the size and the tires, we like the tires. They're good float tires. A lot of newer parts on it, which that'll go a long way in the hours being on the higher end. But yeah, seems to be a pretty clean machine, and we'll keep looking. There's one over here, 690 with tracks on it. Probably not interested in it. We'll take a look at it though. Holy smokes, that fell off of this thing. If you look right here, somebody's had a little wreck, and that's off the you had a nice zip tie on it anyway though. Goodness. Might make it affordable. Who knows? Okay, here's the 690 with tracks. It's got 1550 And the separator hours, decent looking tread on the tracks. Not new by any means. I think it came out of a rice field without a doubt. A little bit scared of it. It should be a bit of a bargain. It's going to be the first newer combine. I think the newest one up until now will be like a 9560. This is, I think it said it's a 16 model. Big machine, probably can really eat some grain, but probably not what we're interested in unless it just goes for super cheap. We're really not in, our ground is not really necessary to run tracks on combines unless you have just very wet conditions, but check it out nevertheless. And this is the chopper system, the rear beater, whatever you want to call it. It's got those knives in there that turn and shred the crop stubble. 690 sort of scared me. Good looking tracks, but the machine's been rode hard. I'm gonna try to find our way to the auction truck, see what's going on. $925, $925, $925, $925. Sold my man right there, $900. Like I said, we were this sale was advertised, I believe, as mainly a combine sale, and as always, any auction company will do, they'll try to sell parts and duals and stuff. Do what you got to do.
That's good. That's fine. No. That's cheap though. Yeah, that's pretty the same thing. This one ain't got it. But man, beans and corn.
It's my dad's buddy Chalky. He's a equipment trader, long time. He's gonna try to do some looking around, see if he can find any other machines that know about what they've cost, what they've brought lately.
What's this supposed to bring? The 670. 15-year model, $1,100. I don't know if that's a separator or engine. It's separator. It's separator. Yeah. Okay. If you had me around 140. Okay, but in the auction, you don't know.
Time for a little snack before we get too much into business. This is the 680 that we were more interested in than any of the other machines thus far. There's this one and a 670 that we're quite interested in. And we're out. It's too much for that one.
So it's $99 Gary, you wait. Hey, look here, just $690. You get $20 pair. 111. I'd have never thought of that. 112, 13, 14, 15, now 17, 5. And 117.
We got it right now. We got somebody running with us, but we got it right now.
121, 32, 5. And 132, 5. 5 to get 5, 5 to get 5 to get 33, 5. 5 to get 5 to get 5, 5 to get 5 to get 33, 5, 4. And 34, 5. And 1.
You got one more fella, won't we?
5 to get 5, 36, 5. And 140, 5 to get 500, 5 to get 5. And 140. 140 down now, 500 to 140 now, 145. Anybody else?
Starting to push it.
Sold it to him, 130 now.
Got it. Well, it's ours now. Proud to have them, for sure. Well, it's ours now. Now we need a header to go with it. First time in a S670, one of the newer versions of Deere. I've heard that some of them have a refrigerator, and that would be correct. That sucker's cooled off. Check that out. Save on bags of ice. Buy a $140,000 combine. It's got the display. What is this? More storage. Like maybe some tools or something to go in there. Yeah. Don't see a guidance bracket. I'm sure there's a place for it. I don't know what that is. Got some learning to do. All right. It's about 95 degrees out here now. It has gotten pretty hot. We looked all over the 670, checked it out. Very good. We had previously checked it out before the auction, and a situation arose. One of our friends we've done business with before, actually put on auctions ourselves with him in years past, had bought a 690 about, I don't know, 6 or 7 machines back. He made the offer to make a little bit of profit on it and let us trade with him. That's a 130 more horsepower. The 690 had 1,050 hours, where this one has 740. But we feel that machine had been at a dealer. We checked the serial number on it. It had 5 different owners. The 690 had. And there was definitely rice residue in, rice husk, rice hulls, whatever you want to call it, in the combine. It came from the South Delta, down like Rolling Fork area. This one had come from Kentucky. Not a lot of rice in Kentucky. Rice is not a combine's best friend by any stretch. So yeah, we thought about it, talked about it, me and my dad, and decided that for the money, for the hours, and the horsepower, the tires, as you can see right there, that's, well, I can't see from the mirror, but yeah, that's the 670. It's got basically new, probably 80–90% rice and cane tires on the 670. All around a really good machine. Not the biggest, but it's ours now. Gonna take it home, get it hauled home, I guess. About to go write the check. Comes with it. Now to let the grain tank lids down. Does anybody know how to do this? Because I've never done one of these before. All of ours have been the hard metal ones. I told Jacob to jump in here and I would video him, but he's sitting in the air conditioner. They checking out that refrigerator. Gonna be some Dr. Peppers in there, I'm sure. Let's see here. Looks like you gotta take. You gotta let this grain tank down for sure.
What hole is that?
I don't know.
Right down in it.
Right on down. That's hot.
Here, take it. Get out and hold both sides in together.
Okay. Do you know how?
Yeah, if you can ever do.
I don't want them to come down quite that fast.
You want me to be out there with
Push these in first, don't you?
all work together.
Feels like there's a pin or something holding this one. Gonna be some kind of twisting mechanism right there. We are Googling it. I think there's some type of hydraulic motor that twists those, them, and shuts it all. But we don't know. Now it's shut. Let's eat. Welcome to today's episode of Southern Farmer. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.